underway in our nation's capital as the first pitch is looked at for ball one. So, guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Hey, Matty, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
Now the 2-0 home is in there for strike one.
I love that pitch right there. An aggressive fastball that catches the corner. The hitter knew it was coming and still couldn't do anything with it.
And this will miss as well. So he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now. The 3-1. Line drive to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out the first.
Well, I was interested to see what he was going to do in a 3-1 count. Was he willing to take it full, work the pitcher a little bit more? Or because he had count leverage, was he going to come unglued? They have an aggressive plan today. This pitcher is going to have to be on top of his game.
Digging in now, Kolten Wong. And he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. First pitch of the at-bat. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike one. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the outer edge, I'm okay with that.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, this team could really benefit if Kolten Wong can get it going. Watching his last game, he went 0 for 4, and it just looks like he's out of sync right now. Maybe this game is the game that gets him going.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. It's been a great series for him at the plate. 5 for 8 so far. From the belt, the pitch, and a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short. He was an 8th round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
Now the 2-0. Taken on the inside corner for strike one.
That's evidence of a pitcher and catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A two-run home run off the bat of Paul Goldschmidt. Fourth home run for him on the season as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time as a pitcher. You just have to regroup and get back on that horse.
Here's Marcell Ozuna.
The left fielder, number 23. Marcell.
Yes, he'll take a look at ball one. The average to start things out at .324. 8 home runs, 26 RBIs. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Hey, after giving up that extra base hit right there, I love the fact that he came back with much better location, much better execution. That might have woke him up.
Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Three and one to the Cardinals left fielder.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
He loses him on ball 4.
And don't forget, he gave up a long ball earlier in this inning, so you can understand why he wasn't too aggressive with him there. When he got him to 3-1, he wasn't too anxious to challenge him.
So a runner on first with 1 out now, and in to bat next, one of the fastest players in all of baseball, Harrison Bader. First delivery to him on the way. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Ozuna leads off first with 1 away. In there, 1-1. Hard hit ball to second, right to him. To second for 1. Throw to Adams is in time. They turn the double play. The inning is over. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. Bottom of the first coming up. It's now 2-0 St. Louis. Adam Wainwright gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
One of the keys to look for with this guy this afternoon, he's had a really difficult time getting people out with runners in scoring position. Over 300 average against coming into this start. He's really struggled when there's been traffic on the bases, and this is something he's going to have to clean up.
Standing in, Trey Turner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And this is low, ball 1. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, they lost their last game. It was only by 1 run. They should be able, those are the tough ones, but they should be able to put this one behind them.
Swing and a liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
That's the game plan right there. Elevate the sinker from the offensive standpoint. That's what they talked about in the hitters meeting. And on the flip side, if the pitcher doesn't get that pitch down, there's going to be a call to the pen short.
In now is Adam Eaton, and he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Bader comes on now, and he has it 1 down. And a look now at the hometown Nationals starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference in this game. He hit 7 home runs last month. That's a legit power threat. When you start looking at that over the course of a long season, he's putting up some big numbers. This guy's got great power.
In now is Anthony Rendon. His career line against Wainwright, he's just 1 for 13. Here's the first pitch to him. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. One to Rendon. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Runners on first with 1 down. And there he goes towards second. In there. Now the throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second. The 2-1. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
Here's Matt Adams now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Wainwright comes set. Here's the 1-0. Strike taken. Good pitch on the lower part of the zone. Wainwright ready. The 1-1. Now a curveball's in there. 1-2 now.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Wainwright has got it, and the side is retired. 1 left for Washington. They trail things here 2-0. In now, Matt Carpenter. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First offering on its way. In there for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The 0-2 once more. And another foul ball. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Time for a look at the Curly W on D. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
At the plate, Tommy Egan, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Hit the other way out toward right field. He's through first and hustling for second. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Well, he hit that one pretty well all the way out to the warning track, and clearly there's some hard dirt out there because that ball bounced right over the wall for a ground rule double.
In now, number 7, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. Egan leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 misses above the zone for a ball.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. Egan rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they push their lead to 3 now.
Boy, I don't know about that pitch selection right there, D-Roy. You have a base open with the pitcher on deck. Not very good pitching right there.
Dan, as a guy who hit 8th in the National League a time or two, nothing's more difficult than to try and mind meld with the pitcher and come up with a game plan when you know you got the pitcher on deck. Shocking that he was coming after him right there in that big spot, and he paid the price.
Standing in now, Adam Wainwright. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
Good job by the catcher to keep the ball from getting too far away and allowing that base runner to get into scoring position. That keeps the double play in order, which they need, seeing as they've already given up 1 run in this inning.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. 1-2 pitch is a curveball that misses 2-2.
Man, this at bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. This is line to left, and the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
Now at the plate, Jose Martinez. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Strike taken up in the zone.
Man, I really like the way this lineup is making this guy work today. You're going to see the bullpen getting going here soon.
The 0-1. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
The 1-1. Fouled away. First and second now, one man out. Fastball way outside, and that's trouble. So now two men in scoring position. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Line to the right side. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
Check that out right there. I love me some of that. Staying inside the baseball, moving it the other way. Sometimes a pitcher can execute his pitch, but it doesn't mean the batter can't grab a knock.
Colton Wong will stand in, and he is frozen on a good curveball that started at his hip at strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball that misses.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at-bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
Into the box now, Paul Goldschmidt, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
As a manager, you never really want to put a man on by a hit by pitch, but you absolutely hate to have it happen when it loads the bases. Now the pitcher is looking a little shaky, and the threat of a big inning is very real.
Riding in once again, Marcell Ozuna. He's hitless in the first 2 games of the series, 0 for 8. He's set, and the pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
That evens it up, 1-1. Wainwright at third, Martinez at second, Goldschmidt at first, 2 out in the inning. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Ripped down the line, and that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. 1 run is scored, and the second run will score as well as they've opened it up to 6-0 now.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
On his way out to the mound now is the Washington manager. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. John Brebbia is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway.
John Brebbia.
Harrison Bader will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away. Here comes the first pitch. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Four runs here in this half inning. Check swing grounder to the right side. Reined in. Throw on the second for the force, and the side is retired. 9 men come to the plate. 4 score. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Cardinals are out in front 6-0. Juan Soto to the plate now. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
First pitch on its way. Line drive to center field. Bader is right there, 1 down.
So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively.
The catcher.
And let's take a look at Colton Wong, one of the more dynamic middle infielders in our sport. Ability to turn a double play, bazooka arm from a second baseman.
Stepping up to the plate, Kurt Suzuki. His career line against Wainwright, he's gone 3 for 11. First pitch coming from Wainwright. And he takes ball 1. Suzuki is just shy of 6 feet at 5'11", a right-handed batter and thrower. He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
1 out, nobody on. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Inside, he misses, ball 4.
Batting 7, the second baseman.
So a runner at first with 1 out now, and the switch hitter Jonathan Villar will be the next to bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1. The 1-1 home is a sinker that dips below the zone for a ball. Now the 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
The 3-1 finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. This is pulled into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Batting 8th, the right fielder, Gerardo.
In now for Washington, Gerardo Parra. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way, and a sinker dips too low there, into the dirt in fact. Suzuki, the runner at first with 2 gone. Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2. Just low that time with the heavy sinker as it's ruled ball 3.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Nationals leave 1. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the 3rd. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the 3rd inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Here's Matt
St. Louis.
Carpenter. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And this one runs up high. Ball 1. A ball and a strike. And the low 80s slider is in there, and he's in control. 1-2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
The 1-2 misses for the second ball. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of the stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Stepping in now, Tommy Egan, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. The 1-0 misses up and in. Bases are empty, one man out. Three and 0 now.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
Three balls and a strike to the Cardinals shortstop. The 3-1 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Soto is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Now batting, number 7.
Digging in to try it again, number 7. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Fastball well outside.
Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals, but they're on top by a count of 6-0.
We're back now as the Nationals ready to bat in the third inning, and as they do, it's a good time to discuss their offense, which has been a real source of pride for this club. They come into the day tops in the majors in team batting average, and talking with some of the players and coaches prior to the game, many of them told me that's something they take a lot of pride in. Batting average isn't as highly valued as it once was, but they said it's a clear indication that they're doing a lot of good things in the batter's box to help the team collect W's. Guys?
Thank you, Heidi.
Leading
off the inning, John Brebbia, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early. But you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's the good fastball that time from Wainwright as he gets ahead 0-1.
I got to believe this is an awesome time for this pitcher to get real aggressive in the strike zone. He's got a huge lead. He knows he can pound and try and polish up his mechanics down and away.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. The next 0-2. This is in the air to left. Ozuna is under it. One away.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Trea Turner.
So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring up one of the fastest players in all the land, Trea Turner. And that misses inside 1-0. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Line, but speared on a hop. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Into the box, Adam Eaton.
He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play.
Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. The windup and the 0-1. Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. Nationals gone in order. They still find themselves down 6-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Adam Wainwright. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. This one's down to third. Rendon is there. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth. And there are the final numbers for the Washington starter. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
Hey, this certainly wasn't the outing he was looking for when he left the bullpen while warming up. Too many pitches over the heart of the plate. 4 home runs. That's right. 4 home runs he allowed in this one.
Jose Martinez is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Eaton going back, still ranging back. And it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field. 4th home run for him on the season as this lead swells to 7-0. Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Line drive to left. But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Stepping in, Paul Goldschmidt. Last time up he was hit by a pitch. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Eaton is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. But the Cards add on just a bit, courtesy of this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Cardinals 7 and the Nationals nothing. Digging in, Anthony Rendon looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Anthony Rendon.
First pitch coming from Wainwright. Grounded up the first baseline. Taken in by Goldschmidt. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The batter, the first baseman, Matt Adams.
Into the box, Matt Adams. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like he got fooled a little bit out front, ended up popping out. Expect him to be a little bit more leery of the breaking pitch this AB.
Just 1 hit and no errors so far for the Nationals. The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside. He pulls this one into right. Martinez is there, 2 down.
The left fielder, number 22.
So 2 are gone now in the Nationals' 4th. And digging into bat next, the ever-dangerous Juan Soto. First pitch coming. Here it is. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball one. Favorable call in there for a strike.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Wainwright's ready, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. That's hit to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Ready once again, Marcell Ozuna. He singled and drove home 2 his last time.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Soto moves over, makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hung the slider there, but laid off for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball, and sailed on it.
2-1. 7 runs, 8 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Eaton's able to put this one away, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Digging in once again, Matt Carpenter. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about the best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside. Fouled off. Again, he sends it out of play. Again, a 1-2. Line to the right side. Well, this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got it to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals, and they hold a 7-0 lead. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And he said they just aren't putting enough competitive at-bats together right now. He told me he can't recall many times where they've been able to get to a full count today. And while that's not always a necessity for success, they've clearly had their struggles on the opposing pitching.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Now at the plate, Kurt Suzuki. He leads off from the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire...
He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Taking another look at it, the ball has some topspin on it, but he's on the full run and dives to make the catch. Nice defensive play right there.
Standing in now, Jonathan Villar. As he'll take a look at ball one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2. Line drive, base hit.
Well, that's only the second hit he's given up tonight, and the first one didn't do any damage. So he's not sweating this one at all. They haven't been able to string anything together.
In is Gerardo Parra. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
0-1. Here it comes. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down and away.
Villar, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. The 1-2. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. The 2-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. In the dirt, and now let's see. Brian Dozier will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 9, Brian Dozier.
And it's fouled away. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. He's running. Pitch outside. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. Wainwright comes set. Here's the 1-1. Fooled pretty badly there as he reaches to poke this one foul. Looped out toward third. But little trouble handling this one down there at third. Wander Suero gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. A bouncer up the middle. Turner loves it. Off-balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single. And as I thought might be the case based on how close that play was, they're requesting a chance to review the replay and decide whether or not to challenge the safe call.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there. And we're going to take another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that angle. So we'll see what the decision is from the dugout, whether they want to challenge or not.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for that play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, umpires look ready, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and it ends up being a well-used challenge there.
The call safe at first base has been overturned, and the batter ruled out.
Coming to the plate now, number 7. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. One out, nobody on. Liner towards second. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Adam Wainwright. A hit in 2 tries so far. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Cardinals pitcher up there with a 1-2 count.
That pitch just had too much velocity on it for you to catch up to that. Unless you're cheating to a high fastball above the belt and you're all in, I say you got to find a way to lower your sights or it's going to be a tough game.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jose Martinez trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. A ball and no strikes.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Front door with the curveball, and he catches the corner for a called strike.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A called strike.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game.
Oh, meanwhile, how about that for a play? Laying out to take away a hit. Wow.
Oh, and a highlight reel catch there, no doubt. He laid out to sacrifice his body, brought it in, and secured it all the way to the ground. You know his pitcher really appreciates an effort like that.
Hit hard towards center. A dive, but it'll get past him out in center, and this could roll till tomorrow. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. Eaton ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third.
Even the best center fielders make mistakes once in a while, and that's definitely the case here. He totally misplays it, and by the time he recovers, no chance of keeping him from ending up at third.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A bullet to first base. But the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Now at the plate, Matt Adams. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. So far on the year, Adams is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
Matty, great matchup right here. He's been absolutely hammering right-handed pitching all season long.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Here's the 0-2. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
The 1-2. Goes after the sinker there as this is fouled away. The 1-2. Just hung in there on that one. Eaton on third with 2 out. Hit out towards second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So it's no run. Up. St. Louis is out in front, 7-0. Now in the box, Colton Wong. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Lofted in the air out toward right center. There to take it is VR, and that's the first out.
Now batting.
One gone for the Redbirds in the 7th, and stepping in the power-hitting first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. 0-1 count and the pitch. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
In now, Marcell Ozuna. Step on the bag for one, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Ready now, Harrison Bader. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Line hard toward right center. Hara is there, and it's a very
sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
Here's the 0-1. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
You could just see this guy out on the mound right here. Just the body language. He knows he's on top of his game. Executing a nasty slider down the way right there, giving this offense no chance.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball foul down the left side. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Pulled toward right center field. Martinez on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting, the catcher, Kurt.
At the plate, Kurt Suzuki. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming from Wainwright. 0-1 the count. And now a pitch on the way. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Scorched to third. Carpenter has it. On to first, and Suzuki's retired. 2 away.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Jonathan VR.
So coming to the plate, Jonathan VR. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. And a ball 1-0.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
Ground ball sent back up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
Dero, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now.
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
The 2-0. Line toward the gap in left center. That's in there. Base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. That makes it 7-1 now.
Yeah, and they say better late than never, and that's definitely the case here. They couldn't get anything going through the first 6 frames, but they scratch a run across here in the 7th. We'll see if they can parlay.
Joey Votto will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
19, Joey Votto.
Liner toward right center. Bader will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Cardinals 7 and the Nats 1. Hunter Strickland enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Hunter
Coming to the plate now, Matt Carpenter hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. Now the 0-1.
The third baseman.
He pops him up toward the left side of the infield, and this is taken in for out number 1. And a look there at the starter comparison, telling the story of the ballgame. One guy still going and pitching well. The other one long since departed for the showers. At the plate, Tommy Egan. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Really doesn't matter what side the plate this guy bats from. He hits very well. He hits right-handed pitching very well, swinging left-handed, and swinging from the right side against lefties. The numbers are quite the same. This guy flat out can hit from either side.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Popped up. And he'll put this away for the second out.
The batter.
Here's a look at the inning by inning recap. 7-1 our score as we play the 8th inning of this one. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Really dotting the corners here with the fastball. 0-2.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Now a swing here on the fastball as this is squirted up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Kyle Barraclough will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year.
Batting in the 7th spot, number 25, Kyle Barraclough. Now playing shortstop and batting 9.
So the Nats lineup turns over, and to the plate, Trey Turner. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8th.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
There to handle it is Ozuna, and there's one away. Cardinals are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter, and he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
First pitch of the at-bat. He couldn't catch up with the gas that time.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Now a check swing. Did he go around? No, says Kenny Jansen. It's ball 1. The 1-1. Misses, ball 2. Barraclough, or Bear for short. He was selected in the 7th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Part of the order on deck, so keeping this 2-hole hitter off the bags is always important.
The 3-1. High in the air into shallow left center. Ozuna on the run. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
The third baseman,
settling in now, Anthony Rendon. Mano-a-mano numbers with Barraclough. He's gone 2 for 8. He's set, and the pitch. There's a 2-seam fastball that's fought off foul off to the right. A 1 pitch on its way. Pops this one up. Wong moving to his left, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. This one pretty well in the back. 7. So striding in, Paul DeJong. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting.
So digging in now, Jose Martinez. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Turner takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the 2nd out.
The batter, the second baseman, Kolten Wong.
Digging in, Kolten Wong, looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. First offering on its way. Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Count remains at 0-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Parra has a play, and that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Cardinals. They're on top. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Matt Adams, due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
And that misses ball 1. Well, you credit Adam Wainwright with the victory, barring any late turnaround here. Now the 1-0 gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike.
I know he's well aware of the fact he can't tie this with 1 swing of the bat, but maybe he's trying to ignite the boys by driving something out of the ballpark.
The 1-1 pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
The left fielder, number 22.
So striding forward now, Juan Soto. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
1 ball, 1 strike to count.
You don't see too many guys at this level be late on off-speed pitches right there. That tells me he was totally sitting on something else or was going automatic take.
The 1-1 home. Lifted in the air to center. Moving under it, Bader. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, the catcher, Kurt Suzuki.
Into the box now, Kurt Suzuki. Mano-a-mano numbers with Bear Claw. He's a .333 hitter. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Adams, base runner at first with 1 out. Line drive to center field, and that'll get down for a base hit, and he is in there. Now back into the box now, Jonathan Villar. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
First pitch on its way. Swinging a looper to left. Coming on is Ozuna, but he won't get there. It falls in. The runner scores from second, and they inch a little bit closer. That makes it a 7-2 game.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Ready for another shot now, Gerardo Parra. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch. No balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1. Runners off for second. Pitch inside the throw. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Here it comes on 1-1. That's a foul ball off to the left, and it moves to 1-2. Fastball laid off well below the knees. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Second and third here, 1 man out. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. Hard hit ball to second. Wong has it. Throw will be to first for the second out, but meanwhile another run is in to score.
They get the run there, but this late in the game with the lead in hand, you'll definitely trade an out for a run. That doesn't mean a whole lot.
Eduardo Cora will be charged with the job of getting that guy home as he'll pinch hit with two gone and a runner at third.
Eduardo Cora.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Martinez is after it, and he tracks it down. And this ball game is over.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
And tonight's final, 7-3. The Cards jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Adam Wainwright takes the win on the mound, his second of the year. Jordan Montgomery struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 7 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting off in the National League East, Adam Wainwright got the win and now has 150 on his career as the Cards took down the Nationals 7-3. Chris Helland grabbed his second win of the year as the Friars beat Atlanta 3-2. The Indians pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 4-1. The Reds allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 6-1. The Philadelphia Phillies finished off a 2-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Tigers 5-4. Ryan Braun had a big fly with 5 driven in as Milwaukee downed the Rockies 7-2. The New York Yankees swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they made it a laugher against the Diamondbacks 14-2. The San Francisco Giants grabbed 13 hits in the game as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 14-4. The A's allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the Red Sox on the road 4-3. The Orioles amassed 14 hits in the game as they beat the White Sox on the south side 7-5. The Kansas City Royals combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Rays 7-4. The Astros swatted 4 home runs in this one as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 7-2. They now have 5 straight wins. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 6-3. They now have 6 straight victories. The Chicago Cubs completed a short 2-game sweep as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 7-3. The Texas Rangers combined for a 4-hitter as they sank the visiting Buccos 5-1. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
just a couple of miles from the Capitol building at beautiful Nationals Park in our nation's capital. Today, it's the finale of this 4-game set between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. Stay tuned for Nationals baseball next. Steve Wheeler is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Nationals. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, one thing to look out for him, Matt, is if he can avoid the big inning. It's not that big of a deal to give up a run here or there, but sometimes he can be prone to giving up 3 or 4 in an inning, and that kind of derails the whole start when that happens. Limit the damage, and he'll be just fine.
Now at the plate, Jose Martinez. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Jose Martinez. Fans, it's still only May, but summer will be here before you know it. So there's no better time than the present to make sure you'll be part of the action this summer with a full or partial season ticket plan. Don't miss out. For information, stop by any stadium window and say hello to one of our friendly ticket agents. They'll find the plan to suit your needs. A reminder, fans, that all games this season will be broadcast in Spanish on AM 1440 by the announcing team of Jason Villa and Luis Martinez.
Here it comes. And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one, and we are underway at the Beltway. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Hey, thanks, Matty. You know what, D-Row? Nothing you'd like more than to win this one here. They've got a long roadie coming up. And they'd like to win this one to get themselves on an airplane onto a long road trip on a positive note.
You know this, Dan, as well as I do. 10-game road trip, a lot of packing involved the night before this one. They're going to have to find a way to stay focused, win this ball game, and get on a happy flight.
The center fielder, Harrison.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. Martinez on at first, nobody out. Strike taken, good bender on the outside there.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Hit hard down the line. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Talk about frustrating as a pitcher. You make a great pitch like that, the guy just lays off of it. That barely missed the zone.
Here he comes again, 1-2. And a fastball runs a bit too far inside as he's got to step out of harm's way there.
That's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit